Specifically for this program, as a first and low-income student, I think opportunities like this are very rare. Most of the time, students in my class get opportunities or internships through the people they know. So as a Figley student, it's very hard to be given or presented an opportunity like this, especially how generous BOE was. I'm very thankful that I did apply. But for two main reasons. It was one, I thought that I found out that I really liked the VC and entrepreneur space. And two, it's just an opportunity I could not miss.
I feel like for me, growing up with immigrant parents, they didn't really have an impact on my education. So growing up, it was kind of just me taking control of what to apply to, and also just it was basically, I was on my own just for studying for school. And I think coming to Penn, I felt a bit overwhelmed and not sure how to take care of all of Penn's resources. So I think BOE has really given me an outlet for me to meet people and also just learn more about VentureLab and also the experiences that it has to offer.
We are taught by amazing professors. I think Professor Jeffrey Babin, he's one of the best professors in entrepreneurship. He taught us VC 101. I didn't know many terms about VC, and I can see because of that bootcamp, I can directly, all the things that I learned in the bootcamp, I can directly see that they were very helpful in my internship program at SoftBank. So I think it was very insightful. Also, the professors were really personally invested in us, so they gave us their personal numbers and emails, and so we could contact them again if we wanted to. We got some books to read, so I think it was a really great experience.
The bootcamp was really a chance for us to dive straight into what VC was, from the technical aspects to a lot of the different nuances that come with maybe going into a deal meeting or learning about a cap table. I didn't even know what a cap table was before this summer. So after attending all of those sessions in the bootcamp, honestly, I think the most important factor that we all gained out of this was confidence, and personally, I feel like I was more equipped to head straight into SF with an open mind, and honestly, this past summer, I was just able to see a lot of the stuff we talked about in the bootcamp come to life. So when we were talking about dilution and cap table in the bootcamp, I was able to hear those in real time from my partners or even from other people in the VC space that I met. So it was nice to be able to translate everything from that bootcamp into the everyday realities of this past summer, which has been amazing.
Through this internship, I got to really understand how my venture firm processes investments. So when they bring it in, they initially meet with them. What's the process that when they review everything and actually go from initial meeting to investment? So I got to understand that whole process, getting to meet a lot of the people involved with it, and actually sitting in on a lot of these pitches myself to understand, what exactly are the investors looking for, what exactly are the entrepreneurs looking for, and how we ultimately make investment decisions to balance everything together.
Yeah, so this summer I worked at New Capital, and I had the pleasure of working alongside this VC because they conduct growth stage investing. What that means is they invest in Series B onwards. It's pretty much interchangeable. So this summer I worked with a lot of the principals and partners directly in conducting thematic research in the space of my choice. So I did crypto and blockchain. Definitely gave me a new lens on how to look at crypto and blockchain in the space, especially in this market. And other than that, I've had a great time with the other cohorts here and just learning and adapting these new terms and just learning more about finance.
My favorite part about the program was getting to know all of the people at every single level at UW, both personally and professionally. So professionally, I was able to have coffee chats with everyone at the firm multiple times, which was very useful for career guidance and just understanding what my place was at the firm. And then personally, I had a great time doing things like Pilates and board game night at UW.
So after spending the last 2 months at SoftBank, this experience has really broadened my perspective on the entrepreneurial space as a whole. It's shown me that I can use some of the skills that I'm learning at Penn as a bioengineering major and integrate that into the VC space or into the entrepreneurial space.
For me, I didn't know how VC really functioned. I came in not knowing what VC was, like what it entailed. I just knew like it was probably like it was just investing in companies. But after coming here, I realized it's more than just investing in companies. It's companies deciding whether to invest their resources, whether like there's whether a firm decides to invest, if they should, and like the time, the resources they're gonna give to that firm besides just investing, because they're gonna be helping that company grow.
So being at Penn, specifically being at Wharton, I always thought there was specifically one path I had to take to end up where I wanted to be. But talking to people within the South Bend community, I realized that there's not one way to go at it. I've met with people that have majored in Italian and other people that have majored in business analytics, and they've ended up in the same position. Before the internship, I thought I had to take this route to end up here, and it's the only way I could do it. But I realized that I can genuinely do what I love and want to do, and whatever I love will come to me. So that's something that I've learned, and that it's taken a big load off my shoulder, having learned that through this experience.
For me, BOE beforehand, I felt like I was going down like a certain path. I think of it like I'm a train and I'm going down a certain rail. But I feel like this summer has really derailed me from the path I was going down. It's shown me so many more opportunities than I could have ever imagined. It's shown me how to think creatively, how to be a visionary in the field, and overall I think it has a very positive impact on my life. And when I look back in 30 years, I think I'll look back on this program and greatly cherish every single moment I had.